Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to our channel. I'm Susan.
And I'm Beth, and we are the 2/2 Stitchers. Good to have you today. Welcome back to our channel. If you're brand new, welcome for the first time. We don't have very many yet. This is our Flosstube video number 4.
4 already. And definitely some marked improvements from number 1. So those of you just starting out, there's hope that you do get better at this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So how's your week been, Susan?
So my week has been quiet. I am actually home on a medical leave. I had a pretty major surgery 2 weeks ago. I am now just able to shower on my own, get up, get moving a little bit. I have strict orders, no driving, no housework, no nothing for another 6 weeks. So that leaves me to stitch.
Yay!
And to watch Flosstube and to let my little doggies keep me company. So
so you've been watching some good Flosstube channels.
I have. So I thought maybe I would do a little segment since I'm not as quick as Beth is with the stitching. I thought I would do something called Who I've Been Watching. The first person that I've watched is brand new to Flosstube. She's our friend Carol.
Hi Carol!
Hi Carol! And she goes under the name Rosebud Stitcher. She did her very first Flosstube earlier this week and she did an amazing job, and she stitches beautifully. Everything she does is gorgeous. So again, tune into her, Rosebud Stitcher.
She stitches a lot of samplers, so if you like samplers, that's a great one to watch. Definitely.
The second person I've been watching is my friend Jen Upton. Hi Jen, miss you, love you. Jen and I became friends because 2 years ago when I was traveling with my job, I happened to go into a quilt shop that said they had cross-stitch materials.
Okay.
I was just dying to get out of the retail world and just take a break from work. And I wandered into this cross-stitch shop and there was Jen, and we became fast friends, and we even spent Valentine's together that year on a girl date, talking about cross-stitching as we left our husband's home. But Jen has started a new Facebook group. It is called Absolutely Fabulous, and Jen makes beautiful, beautiful scissor fobs. She'll use antique buttons. She tailors them to the seasons. So I watched her Flosstube and I joined her group. Then the other two I watched a little bit of is Steel City Stitchers. 4 friends that are obviously in Pittsburgh, Steel City. And then I also watch Georgia Girl Stitching as well. And I really like what she does.
Awesome. Awesome. I watched the Steel Stitchers. I really like them. I'll have to check out Georgia Girl. I haven't heard of her before.
I think she originally lived in Ohio and is friends with Pam and Steph.
Oh, okay.
And then she's now in med school. How she can stitch and go to med school.
That's who that is. Okay.
And at the same time, it's amazing. She's Wonder Woman. But I really enjoy her Flosstube videos.
Awesome, awesome. Cool. I've been watching, what's her name? Niecy Lynn out of Texas.
Oh, I have to tune into her.
She has a lot of what I would call medium or smalls projects, but it's her personality that I think is so funny, and she's one of those people that if you don't like a lot of talking about life and life stories, then you might not enjoy her. But I think she tells life stories that are hilarious, that remind me of when my kids were little or what have you. So I'm constantly belly laughing. It's so good.
I'll have to tune into her.
So she's pretty fun. And then of course Brenda and the Cereal Starter and Carol Saltbox. Those are my. If either one of them have a video up, I'm aching for everybody else in the house to go to bed just so I can watch them. Because I can't even hardly. Those are 2 Flosstubers that I can't really even stitch and watch. I just have to put everything down and just, I'm like fangirling the whole time they're on. I'm like,
I have to tune into them then.
Yeah, I'm almost like, if I were to meet one of them at a retreat, I'm sure I would go speechless. I would be like, I don't even know who I am, kind of thing. It would be hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
And you know me, I could pretty much talk to anybody, so yeah. That would be awful.
But I will put them on my list because I have lots of time. So.
Okay, good. So we're gonna be back in just a moment with our previous finishes.
Awesome.
So stay tuned.
Hello, we're back.
Previous finish time.
Previous finish time, and now that I have a cross stitch room or a craft room, I have found a lot of my very old stitching, and I'm just putting it on the walls because it's been hidden for so long.
Absolutely.
So the first one I'm going to show you, I made in February of 1992. I believe this is a pattern by Astor Place. Not 100% sure. At the time, I was pregnant with my daughter Holly, but I did not know I was having a girl. So on the back of this, I wrote "To baby stitched with love by mom," and then I put 2 of 92. This was framed by our local L&S House of Stitches in LaPorte, Indiana, and I stitched this little angel that says, "Above my bed where no one can see, my guardian angel watches over me."
That is so cute.
So very sweet picture, and hopefully if Holly has a child someday, I will give this to her.
That is very cute.
The second one is this little country stitches. I believe this was meant to be put in your doorway when you would hang your keys on the bottom of it. This still has my maiden name initials. In 1989, so I believe I finished this right before Scott and I got married, and it's too vintage to get rid of. I don't like anything country, but it's too cute to get rid of, so it stays around.
You can put that in your craft room and hang some like floss
tag
things on it with some floss or something.
There you go. And then the final frame stitch, it's called "At What Price Beauty." I had stitched this for the very first house Scott and I bought together in LaPorte, Indiana, and our little bathroom was blue, and so I stitched this. This was probably done in 90 or 91. Not sure who it's by, but you know, it's got makeup, and I love makeup.
There you go.
There you go. And then this next little lovely
piece. This is gorgeous. I love that.
So, I did not stitch this.
Oh, you did?
No. This is beautiful. Whoever stitched this had mad talent, not me. I found this at our local resale shop.
Oh my.
I paid $2 for it. That's why I have no preconceptions that all my crap will end up there too. But this says Rowanberry, and it has a ton. Whoever did this had amazing skills. Ton of specialty stitches.
Yeah.
Lots of drawn thread, lots of beautiful eyelet stitches, and very pale colors. It was, I think, in a frame. I think it was in a frame. It's on a very light linen, and I had this frame, and I just took it out of the ugly frame and put it into this. But this was one of those things I could not leave in the store.
Definitely not. No.
And it's not necessarily even my style, but I have such an appreciation for how much work went into this that I could not leave it for $2.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So that is vintage and previous finishes.
Wow. All right, so I brought 2 today. Mine are not FFO'd, but they are previously stitched pieces. The first one is I Belong to the Cross Stitch Nation. I'm going to zoom in so you can see each of them kind of a little bit closer. I don't know where I'm at, Susan, if I'm doing this
You're
right.
doing great.
Okay. So I did not use the called for color scheme on these. I prefer reds and blues than some of the other colors, so all of mine are, you know, more patriotic colors, if you will. The initials on here are the initials of the person that taught me how to stitch, which was my former mother-in-law, who's now passed away, and that's the year she taught me how to stitch, 1990. Well, I was pregnant with my first child, so that has some special meaning to it.
And wasn't that the one that when we did a stitching road trip, well, we called it a field trip. We called it a field trip with our little group of stitching friends. We went to Inspired Needle.
That's right. And we all got together and you guys helped me pick out the threads for
this. We thought that was so cool to pick out something completely different.
Yeah, we did. It was great. It was great. And then the other one that I have is, this is a It's called Ginny Bean's Friendship Sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler. Since this is Sampler September officially now, I thought I would show this. I'll get a close up.
It's gorgeous.
I stitched this with a group of ladies. We did a sal that I had met at StitchCon last year. We all sat at the table and buddied together. We had similar stitching tastes, so we each stitched the sampler in remembrance of StitchCon.
That is beautiful.
So I love it.
Beautiful.
At first, when I first started stitching it, I'll be honest, I didn't see, you know, when you're stitching it close, oftentimes you can't really tell how it's all going to meld together, right? And I kept thinking, oh, I don't like these colors. I don't like this. I don't like this. But then when I got done with it, and you hold it back at a distance, you're like, I can't envision using any other colors. This is perfect.
No. Or the differences in the houses.
Yeah.
Like, they look so different. You would think they wouldn't go together, but they completely go together.
Yeah, right.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it. So those are our previous finishes. Stay tuned next for our whips, our works in progress.
Hey there, we're back.
Hi, welcome back. We are to our works in progress or whip section of the program.
I'm giving you some warning. Get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you might need a
Grab
cup.
a Coke. Make sure you've gone to the bathroom because Beth has a lot. So.
I do. It's embarrassing almost.
No, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how much she can get done. So I'll do mine first.
Absolutely. Go for it.
Okay, so last time I talked to you guys about doing this Halloween time clock because I found that clock for $4 on clearance,
Right.
the little white one. And I found this generic no-name piece of linen in my stash, and I started it, and so I thought that I'd be able to stitch in the hospital. Can't do 2/2 when you've been drugged a little bit. That's all I'm going to say. So I did not work on that from the time I went in till this week.
Okay,
pretty much.
all right, okay.
Can't do that. So what I did work on though is 14 count Ada. Thank God the holes were big. I could see where I was going. I was working on a Lizzie Kate, which is ABC Halloween, and I'll put the charts upstairs, and I don't want to go up the steps
No,
again.
we're not doing
So
steps
there's the picture. And you know, I said to Beth messaged me and said, are we all going to do samplers September? And I said, yeah, samplers, what are those? Because I really don't do samplers. But then I realized I do samplers. I just do holiday-esque samplers. So this is what I've done in the last 2 weeks. And I am on the letter R for really scary. It's on a 14 count mystery, looks like coffee tea dyed, kind of brown.
Yeah, it does.
It's actually more khaki brown, and I think it's going to frame up really well with a nice black frame. I'm hoping that I really want to get this done before our next video, because I'm also hoping that before our next video I will decorate my house with Halloween, and I really decorate. And then I probably have 10 to 15 different cross-stitch pictures for Halloween that I put up all around the house, and we'll slowly go over those.
That'll
But
be fun.
I like holidays. And then my very last one, which I did one letter on, this is Lizzie Kate Spring Alphabet. And again, another one that I say I don't do samplers, but I guess I do. And here's this one. I picked a random lavender Lugana. I am not using all called for colors. I substituted just because I just didn't have some of them, and I picked what I thought was closest to it. So this I need to get moving on so I can get it up for Easter this year, because it's now running 2 years. Easter time will be 3. We've got to get this done.
All right.
That's it for me.
Awesome.
Okay,
Those
everybody
are
sit
cool.
down. Get ready to go.
So I have just
Piles.
piles in front of me here. I do. I have piles, literally. But this is why, okay? So what I've been doing since we started filming videos is I go into my big basket that I've got of whips, and I choose a whip. and I will sit down and I will work on that particular whip for 2 or 3 days usually. Okay. And then when I feel like I'm at a good stopping point, or I'm just tired of working on it, I put it in my basket, I put it in my project bag, and then I put it in a different spot that says, this is ready now to be viewed on Flosstube.
Oh, cool.
And then I don't go back to that pile again until we viewed. So that's how I've ended up with so many whips, because I just, okay, I've worked on that, and I gotta, and it's been 3 weeks instead of 2 since we videoed last time.
That's true.
So that's how I get to this point of having so many of these. And I'll say this, I would be doing that same kind of concept even if I was working. I just wouldn't be getting as much progress on these as I'm getting, right? But I would still be doing that same kind of rotation, if you will. The thing that I like about that is that it really forces me then, like right now, if I go back to that whip bin, I think there are only like 2 or 3 more projects in there, and that's it.
See, and I store my whips on my little metal cart over here, and I like your idea of a whip basket, because I tend to grab the first project bag that's on top. And then some of these, like this little spring one, I haven't worked on forever. So I like the idea of maybe getting a wicker basket and then just going behind each one so that they all get some attention. Because otherwise they'll never get done. Exactly.
So my first one today is Eleanor Rigby and Sweet Baby. This is by Blackbird Designs. It's this is not a reproduction sampler. This is something that they charted in honor of one of the Beatles songs. So here it is. This is on a piece of 28 count. I think it's khaki Lugana, I think, or Joblin, something like that. It's an even weave, that's for certain. It is using the called for DMC colors. That's what I'm using for that. My intention is to put my grandparents' names on this and their family name at the bottom. I'm going to frog out the 1904 date at the bottom and put their family name there instead, I think.
Very cool.
So that's whip 1.
I'll put away for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm your assistant.
Whip 2 is a sampling by Anne. This is by Shakespeare's Peddler. This is the actual pattern. I will say that I'm not using very many of the called for colors at all, because this was originally charted for NPI silks. They provide the DMC conversion. I don't have a stash of NPI silks, and I wasn't planning on purchasing them just for this chart. So when I started pulling my DMC colors, I didn't care for those colors at all. Like this pattern, the house looks red to me, but when I pulled the DMC colors, my DMC color for that looked like a really ugly brown kind of color. So I've just been pulling from my own stash, a fancy floss or whatever.
Might as well use it.
And this is where I'm at so far. This is on a piece of 28 count. I think it's maybe Heroics.
Yes.
It's a PTP, I think.
It looks like Heroic.
I think that's what it is. It's got some blue and red modeling on it.
Very pretty.
Okay, there's that one done. The next one is a new start. I had mentioned last time that I thought I was going to start this. This is Seeking Refuge by the Scarlet House. There's the actual pattern. This is on a piece of 36 count butter pecan, I think, or corn silk, one of the 2 of those. I am a left bottom starter, so there's my progress so far, the bottom. That goes with that.
You got it.
Oh, here's the bag. The next one that I worked on is Twas the Knights by Sue Hillis Designs. Here's the pattern. If you remember correctly from last week, last time, I am not doing the border around the edge. I'm just doing the words. Since last video, I have finished the St. Nicholas line, and I've done the next 2 lines above that.
Aren't you excited for Christmas?
I am excited for Christmas. Now when I see
this stuff, I am.
I am very excited for Christmas.
And yes, I know it's hot out, but...
It is, but, you know, you gotta look forward to something.
Absolutely.
I'm more excited for fall, really, than I am Christmas, but... The next one is called Little Pink Houses. This is by Annie B's Folk Art. And this is the first Annie B's pattern that I have done. It was a 2020 market release. I'm going to hold it up this way so you can actually see the pattern. It's 2 houses with a heart in the middle of it. I think it's adorable. I am doing this on, I don't know what kind of fabric this is. Honestly, I don't. It's a grayish kind of color of some sort. Do you know that? And here is, it's a 32 count, I believe.
So it looks like the house, you don't have the same colors as the pattern, but I actually like
So,
it.
no, the thing about the house is that this house, they have you stitching it odd. So you stitch it with this pink color first.
Okay.
And then you go back over it with a larger X pattern in the darker reddish color.
So it looks like a bricky?
Yes, so it looks more like a brick.
Oh.
So I'm waiting until I get the other house done because they're exact same houses.
I see.
So I'm waiting until I get the other house done, and then I'll make a decision if I really want to do the brick look or if I just like them like this.
Pink houses, which is really
Right.
cute.
Yes.
So.
Right. So I'm not really sure yet if I will do the other brick over that.
And
or
whatever
not.
floss is on the bottom is gorgeous. It's like a...
It's a variegated...
It's beautiful. Against the gray, I think the modeling...
It's roasted marshmallow by Gast. Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
See, these are the colors. It's
very
beautiful.
pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Valentine's-y.
It is, and I don't have very much Valentine's stuff. And when I saw this, I was like, I love this. I think this is cute.
It's a house, and it's Valentine's.
Why not? Right?
Why not?
Why not? Okay. The other one is my Gold Collection Petites Secret. I'm working away at this. Here we go. I've gotten more of this over here done. This side. Did all of that this time. So
he's looking good.
He is looking good. He is. I'm really excited to have him done for Christmas. I am. This is one of the patterns that my wife really likes. So every month she's like, did you work on this? Did you work on it? Is it going to be done? Did you work on it? Yeah. So she's all excited. I started this for Mania, and I really hadn't planned on picking it back up until October. I'm working on it. But I have had such an itch to stitch on fall things, and rather than start something new, I thought I'm just going to get this out and work on it a little bit. So here it is. It's called Midnight Watch by Blackbird Designs.
I love it.
There's the pattern. So I've loved stitching on this so much. Okay, so I've started at the bottom as my per usual. All I had when I started was this corner right here done with the Y and Z in the corner of the border. All the rest of this I did this month in 3 days.
Wow.
Yes. So it actually stitches pretty quickly. So I will definitely be picking this back up and working on this either in September or October.
And now you've made the commitment to finish it in 2020.
That's exactly
you have
right.
The 2020
exactly.
In there,
exactly.
So.
Yeah. This is on a piece of 28 count de Bloom, I think, from PTP.
Very nice. So,
I just dumped out my whole project bag, guys, with all my stuff here. And just so you know, this is like how I work on stuff when I'm, see, look, it's all like, all my threads are just thrown in there. So Brenda, cereal starter, I getcha. I do the same thing sometimes. Not all of mine go on fancy floss rings and have a doodad that goes with it and all the stuffs. Okay, the next one is My Heart Can Rest by Blackbird Designs. I'm going to show you the interior picture of this because it's a full picture and you can see it better. I am not doing the stuff at the bottom underneath. I'm just doing the stuff within the border. So that's the photo, and this is where I'm at. Last time, if you remember, I had the border done, like it connected all the way around, so I've started putting in the flowers and the little petals everywhere now. And this is also on a piece of 36 count, I think. I don't know what this is.
it's gorgeous, whatever it is.
It's a, I think it's a legacy or an R&R, I'm not sure what, but it's something. Okay, there's that one. The next one I have is Beckers Seed Farms. It's a full coverage piece. I had just started it last time. I'm on page 1 of the bottom left, so that's this over here. Nope, wrong side. This over here. Last time I had done going up the side, so this is up the first page, the bottom page. So this last time I went across. So this is the width and the height of the first page. So now I have to just fill in that. So this actually stitches a little quicker than I had expected, because while it is got quite a bit of confetti stitching in it, it also has some solid blocks as well, so that makes it go by.
So if you're stitching that, do you leave threads hanging and pick them back up, or do you try to jump around, do one color?
What I do is I thread I'm not a person, I don't like to have a lot of needle, especially in something like this, because I can have one section of this that might use 20 colors in it.
Okay.
So rather than getting my color, because you know it might be very similar colors, rather than getting them all mixed up, I thread my needle with the color that I'm deciding I'm working on, and I'm usually working on that until I get done with that thread.
Okay.
That means I have to jump around, and that's what I do.
Okay.
And then when I'm done with that thread, if I'm in a big block and I've got a big enough space, I think I can do another thread, then I'll do that same color. Okay. If not, then I'll switch colors and move on to the next color.
I know some people leave them hanging, but then I couldn't figure out what color was what. For me, unless it was like black and white, you can do that.
Yeah, sometimes
that's very close.
Sometimes I will do that if it's just like you said, like one color or something, and I'm going back and forth a lot. Like maybe it's a plaid check or something like that in that section. I'll do that there. But for this kind of stuff, no, I don't. Okay. And the other reason why I don't do that is a lot of times people that do that, they will have theirs on a scroll rod or something, and they're not taking it in and out of a hoop all the time, and that's primarily just what they're stitching on. They may have one other thing and that's it. But because I might work on this for 2 or 3 days and then not work on it again for a month or two,
you'll forget what's what.
Exactly.
I mean,
so
I would.
Yeah.
So I can't tell the difference.
This is on an 18 count, like tan colored, brown colored Ada that I bought off of 123 Stitch. In case anybody's interested in knowing what the fabric is. And okay, I'll show you these. These are all the colors for that one project.
That's a lot.
Of DMC, yeah.
I would get confused.
Yeah. Okay, I have, as typical for me, I have saved the biggest whip for last. I was thinking back, I started this on January 1st, 2019. Okay. This was my January 1, 2019 new start. I try and start something big every January, usually, you know, is a big thing. This is called Let Freedom Ring by Lila Studios. Most people have seen this, but I'll show you the pattern. Okay, here it is. I am using all the called for flosses. The fabric that I'm using is a 28 count Monaco that I had specialty hand dyed for me from a dyer that no longer dyes fabric.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because you had changed your mind on the fabric a couple times, didn't you?
I did. I first thought I was going to go with a PTP fabric. And then what I decided is, number one, I love to stitch on Monaco. Okay. And number two, Monaco is a little thicker, so it's a little bit more forgiving if you need to carry a thread or something like that. Yeah. Okay. And I just felt like I wanted this is going to be such a big piece and prominent piece in my home. I wanted mine to be unique. I did not want to be able to look on Facebook and see 50 others that were exactly like mine, right? So because of that, and because I decided to use all the called for colors and flosses, I chose a different thing for the fabric. So here it is. I'm going to hold it out so you can see all of it so far. So this is the complete width of the thing, of the pattern. I've gotten all the way across the top and what I would call the top third finished. I'm now, go ahead.
I was going to say, zoom in and let them see the variegation in the fabric, because it is just beautiful.
So you can see the variegation. It's very pretty.
So like tans and grays and blues. It's just beautiful.
And so this this time in particular, I basically did this piece of the building. I started on the building. So I had already had the trees in and a portion of the roof here, and I did the rest of the building and the border down the side here yesterday.
So, it's going to be amazing when it's finished.
I think it's going to be amazing. I'm really like, I was hoping to have it finished this year, but I'm guessing this will be a end of 2021 kind of finish. Because I really have the bulk of the stitching left still to do with that great big building.
Yes.
I do.
That's going to take time.
It is. It is. And I will say this for anyone that's interested in doing this. My first biggest thing was trying to find fabric that I thought was going to work well. Okay. And my second biggest problem was, like, especially for the building, I had to have, I think it was like 9 skeins or something of that, the same color floss. So I found it hard to go someplace that had enough skeins that I can make sure I got them all from the same dye lot.
Sure.
And because of that, I bought extras.
In case.
Just because, you know, I'm doing it on 28 count rather than I think it calls for 40 count or something like that. So I thought, I'm going to need more thread anyways. So,
I mean, a piece like this is a big commitment, so I can see where you would want to be 100% happy with your fabric choice and making sure you've got the dye lots matching.
Right. And the other thing is not only does it's a lot, I'll say this, it's a lot of money to do that much fancy floss. It's a lot of money to get a special hand-dyed fabric that you want. But on top of that, it's a lot of time to stitch it because it's gigantic.
Right.
And then add to that the next level of, when it's finished, I've got to pay for this thing to be framed.
Right.
And that's going to be very costly. Like, I'm guessing this will probably be $200 or $300.
I think sometimes people want to go cheap on their projects because, but to me, you have to look at your time being so valuable, and that this is like an heirloom type piece. To me, there's no going cheap on something like this. I mean, you really have, if you're going to make that commitment, you should get the thread you want, the floss you want, the fabric you want, because think of the hours upon hours that you're investing into it.
Right.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So there it is. So that is our whips. My goodness, the pile is very high. I'm not kidding you. It's embarrassing a little bit.
No, it's not.
Yeah. When I saw some family this past weekend, and one of them asked, you know, what have you been doing now that you're not working? And I said, well, I guess I've been stitching. Like it's my job, people. Like it's my job. So we will be back with finishes, right?
Yes.
All right. Stay tuned, everybody. Hey, we're back, guys. We are ready to talk about finishes. Susan didn't have any, so I'm sorry.
No. I will next.
I have one. Okay. That's why I did so much other stuff, because I only had one finish this time.
But it's cute.
So this is, I always say this wrong, Brambleberry Bunting by Brenda Gervais. There it is. Here he is. Little bird. This is stitched on a 28 count something. Oh, it's here. Here it is. 28 count water lily Jobelin.
Ooh, that's pretty. Did that come as a kit, or did you just do it?
I just did it.
Oh.
I had all the called for fancy flosses, and I had this little piece of fabric in my stash, and there it is. I don't know, but I'm debating on if I'm going to frame this as a hoop finish maybe, or as
a cloche. You should do a cloche.
A what?
A cloche.
Well, okay.
So with the metal bottom, and then you puff it up and put it in there and put the glass top over it.
Oh, no.
Oh. No. It would look cool.
No. If I don't do a hoop finish, I'm gonna do it in one of those little round box things that you paint.
Not a cloche.
Not a cloche. No. Not a cloche, people. I don't even know what that is. No, I'm not doing a cloche. Okay.
But I liked it.
Susan just wanted to use that word on me to see if I knew what it was. She's like, I'm going to remember, I'm not working anymore, so my brain doesn't work. I don't know what that is.
I do have. They're so cute when you put the little glass top over and then you can put some lights in it.
Yeah, so that way when my grandkids come over to visit, I can have glass everywhere. Or the dog gets excited. No,
I forget about that.
So I think I'll stay away from the glass cloche. If that's okay, everybody.
All right. But a tart would be very cute.
Maybe a tart. Okay, a big tart, right? Because it's
a big tart.
It's not super little. So I don't know. I'll figure out something when it calls to me. I just don't know what that will be.
I know. We need to have a finishing day sometime.
We need to have a finishing shopping trip, first of all, so I can get some frames and whatnots. If you get to feeling better in the next week or two,
I will. I'm going to make
I'll come and get you and we'll do a
drive Miss Daisy here since I can't drive. She can drive Miss Daisy.
Go to Hobby Lobby, to the Goodwill or wherever.
Yeah, I'll go Goodwill.
House of Stitches. We can just do it all.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we need to go to Hall.
Hall will be our next program. And I think Susan and I both have a little bit. We've done some shopping.
Yeah. If you don't feel good, you can still shop.
That's right. Why not? Right? So, there you go. All right, go for it.
Okay. So I bought fabric, some really cool stuff. So
this is cool.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh. What are you going to do? It's got lace around the edges.
It says made in Austria. It is looks like a 14 count Aida in the center.
Okay.
Where you would maybe stitch on the 4 corners, put a candle in the middle, put it on your table. It is beautiful, and I do like doily kind of things around all my vignettes because I do a lot of Rae Dunn and a lot of, like I could put a tiered tray on this, I could put Valentine's. I think I paid $7 for this, and it is, I've never seen material with this edging to it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to dig and find something to put on it.
You could do some beautiful like white scroll work in the corners.
That's what I was thinking. Something
that you could use for Christmas or
Valentine's.
Valentine's, right? Multiple
Very
times
cool.
a year.
From the same seller, I bought. Sorry for the crinkle. I bought an oatmeal table runner, and even if I just did a little design on either end, I don't necessarily think I'd have to do the whole thing, but I do have, we're sitting in my kitchen, in my dining room, the dining room, living room area of my house. I do change out holiday decorations for every single holiday. For the main house, I just do Christmas, patriotic, Halloween, Easter, 4. But in there, like I'll do.
Well, I don't know. You got the.
Oh, and then I have beach.
You have beach stuff all over.
Beach stuff is like our regular decor when we're not in full holiday mode. But anyway, this table runner, I always have a table runner on my dining room table. I will find something to stitch on that. But I've never seen a table runner either.
No, you're finding some awesome things, girl.
So a couple pieces from XG Designs. This is a 40 count. I've never bought a 40 count. It's called Brown Gray.
Is that, can I see?
Sure.
Is it thin? Is it, what is it?
I don't know.
Okay, it's not, okay.
But it's, I've never seen 40 count. I've never attempted it.
I bought a piece of 40 count from someone, I'll show you in a little bit, and it's very thin. And I was wondering if all 40 count was super thin or...
I don't know. This
is beautiful, guys. Oh, it is soft. It is awesome.
And then this piece, it was the Fabric of the Month Club.
This. Sorry, I'm taking
that's okay, dear.
I'm taking your stash away.
This is 32 count Belfast from the Fabric of the Month, and I'm going to do something beachy on this. Just not quite sure. That is my fabric. And then I have a lovely order coming from Needlecase Goodies. I just have to wait until the Housewives, Stitching with the Housewives designs get released, and then I'm sure my order will come. Okay. But a very cute little, you know, I love Lizzie Kate in the holidays, so
that is cute.
Love that. Didn't have that one.
That is cute.
Okay, I'm not a bird or a chicken fan, but this was just so
like
cute, and so I had to have it.
It might
have been the medicine.
Is that one of those?
I could do a cloche.
I started calling it a brioche, and I knew that wasn't right.
That's a bun. Yeah. Oh, this is very cute. from the same lady,
Oh, that's
Country
cute. I
Cottage,
like that. Mm-hmm.
with the little tree. And then look at these little witch house hats.
Oh, those
so
are cute.
That is what I was thinking, like, boy, oh boy, those 6 little hats line up. Maybe I would do that on the table runner. So that's why I bought this.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
I was thinking I could do Happy Halloween on each side with the little hats and put that out for Halloween. But I have to dig in my stuff. I don't know if I have a Halloween table runner. Or I can't remember year to year. I have to take pictures of where I put stuff in the house so that next year I just flip back.
Okay.
Then I know where to put the stuff.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
That works.
I try.
That works.
So that's my haul.
Wow. Okay. Well, I have a stack, people. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to rattle. Crinkle, crinkle, rattle. This is, I think I talked about this last time I had ordered it. This is a piece of 32 count Lugana lemon by Bestitch Me.
Oh, that's pretty.
This is gorgeous. It is a beautiful yellow color. It's completely serged all the way around. Very, very good. Very nice. Very good quality. It's not super thin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's awesome. I would definitely, this is the first piece of fabric I've ordered from her, and I would definitely order from her again.
It's very pretty.
It's very nice. And then our friend, we have a stitchy friend that had posted on Facebook recently that she found this great bargain. And I am all for a bargain, people.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered these. These are from Vicki Clayton's site.
Oh, okay.
And this is her mystery fabric.
Oh.
Okay, so I think each of these were like $12 or $13 a piece.
Okay.
Maybe 15, I don't remember. These are fat halves I got for that price, people.
So when you say mystery fabric, mystery because we don't know where it came from, or mystery in you place an order and you don't know what you're getting?
Mystery in that you go on her site and you place an order and you are able to tell her, choose from the drop-down box what count and what type.
I see.
Whether it's 40 count linen, 36 count linen,
Okay.
18 count Ada, whatever it is.
Okay.
You just don't know the color you're getting.
I see.
Okay?
Okay.
So this is what I got for my mystery for 40 count. It's a beautiful brown color. It will be great for some samplers. And yes, I paid like, I think it was like $14 or $15 for a fat half of this.
Wow.
But I will say this, while it has got a beautiful color to it, the fabric itself is quite thin.
You can see through it.
You can see through it.
For sure.
So my point in saying that is that there's nothing wrong with that. I like it. It's not that. I'm just saying I'll have to be very careful about if I need something that I need to carry stitches or something. You know, you're going to have to be very cognizant of that.
I wouldn't pick a snowflake picture.
No, I would not either. No. But this is gigantic. It's a fat half.
Wow.
Right. Okay. So great for a sampler of some sort.
That's so pretty.
So that's my first one. And then because I couldn't resist, I mean, I couldn't decide if I wanted a 40 or 36, I also bought a fat half of 36 count mystery. And this is a lighter color. And it's got a little bit of modeling to it. But it is very pretty as well. And it is,
It is pretty.
half versus the whole thing.
It's not as thin as the 40. I
No,
mean, it's very
not.
soft.
Well, hold on. Is this one? It is. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't doubled. Yeah. Very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be perfect for a sampler of some sort.
Very much.
Like, I have that, His Eyes on the Sparrow.
Mm-hmm.
That gigantic thing.
Yes.
I was thinking I might see if one of these might fit for that. To do that on.
Toss your floss on it and see.
I'm seriously considering that being my January 2021 start.
Oh. This is gorgeous color for that.
It's got some modeling to it a little bit.
Nice.
So,
What a deal. What a steal.
So I thought those were bargains. I couldn't pass that up. Then I bought Waxing Moon's Autumn Trio House. I just think those are cool for fall.
Very cute.
This came in the mail. This is my World of Cross Stitching magazine. This is from the UK, so it comes a little behind everything else. And this little gadget came with it as a mini project. I'm not sure if I'll do that or not, but anyways. And my October Just Cross Stitch magazine came. I really like that pattern that's on the front of this. I want to stitch it, and I probably will, but I'm not so sure I'll do it this year. Because my Halloween, October, fall stitching step pile that I want to stitch is growing exponentially every day. I'm like, oh, I gotta have that. No, I need, and yeah.
Very cute. I love the little kitty.
Well, I love Christmas. I think probably my favorite holiday to stitch, or my favorite season to stitch, is fall.
Yeah.
I love the leaves and the oranges and those colors.
I like patriotic.
Well, I like patriotic as well, but you know, for me, patriotic is year round in my house, pretty much. Yeah. So if it's something special, that's it. And then, folks, I have saved the best for last, and I have saved this in pristine shape for all of you, so that you can all see this together. This is my lovely Coming to America box. I ordered this from House of Stitches in LaPorte, Indiana. When I spoke to her last week, she does have some of these left still. Now, I don't know if she'll have all the fabric and all the other things that you're going to see inside that I have, but she has the box. I think she still has the box and the pattern sets that come inside of this, and the stuff that came with this. But I ordered mine already kitted, so as you're going to see. So here we go. When I open the box, this is the way mine came, okay? I've done this like this on purpose. Here's the inside of my box. And we're going to go through all this together. So the first thing in the box is this lovely pattern. When you open the pattern up, which I'm going to do now, I know there's going to be some crinkling here today, and I'm sorry, but I wanted everyone to see the time and effort that was taken and how they've packaged all this, because it is so nice. Okay, so inside of this, you get a little girl or a boy pilgrim needle minder. I got the girl. When I went to the shop to pick mine up, she said she had both. Which one? And I told her I wanted the girl, so that's what we have. This is the actual pattern itself for Coming to America. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like it's glaring quite a bit. Okay. You have this is the extra.
Oh, that's cute.
The extra pattern that comes with it, the follow-up, which I think is adorable for fall. You get a ring for your floss to go on. You get this lovely thing that talks about what's inside of it. So what's inside of this is this. Look at this, people. Look at this. This is fabric that the list of people that were on the Mayflower boat are listed on this fabric, is printed on here. I'm thinking I might frame this and have this hang next to my finished piece.
That's very cool.
So it's very cool. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? You also have a stitch corner gauge situation here, as well as a thing here that you can put your information on to put on the back of your frame piece.
It's really, they have really thought of everything.
Yep. Well, I'm not done. This is, okay, this is House of Stitches that did this. This is not Brenda Gervais that thought of this. But here is all of my flosses. I ordered all the called for fancy flosses and all the DMC. And they came together all bundled up and nicely tied with this beautiful bow. And I ordered the 36 count vintage country mocha. It calls for 40 count vintage country mocha, I think, but I just got the 36 and it's going to be just perfect.
Very pretty.
So there's my fabric. So what I will do next is when I get home tonight, I will make my floss rings for my DMC. I will get all of this ready. I will put it on my, I'm going to use a scroll frame, I think, if I can find my scroll rods. Put it on my scroll rods and identify where I'm starting at. Make working copies of my pattern and my stuff, because when I stitch something like this, I highlight where I'm at so I don't lose track. It helps me with the counting situation. So I'll make a working copy rather than marking up my nice original.
Right.
And I will have all that ready. And on Saturday, I'm going to get together with a friend, Carol Rosebud Stitcher that we talked about earlier. She's a local stitcher and she's stitching this as well. So her and I are going to get together on Saturday because we've decided that Saturday the 5th is the same as the 6th is in Europe. So it's the same day, folks. That's what we're saying, okay?
And since they started in Europe,
that's right. We're okay to do that.
Saturday.
So we're going to start ours on Saturday together, which will be cool.
I'm going to cheer them on.
Well, you can stitch on a different sampler.
I'm just going to pick something patriotic, and
you can stitch on whatever you want. The thing is that we're stitching.
That's right.
We're stitching.
That's right.
So that is our horrendous amount of haul. This table's covered in stuff, guys.
It is.
It is crazy. It is. I always thought when people would say that, I'd be like, yeah, right. And I'm like, now I see what they mean. We have a lot of
Guilty
stuff.
is charged.
Yeah. So we'll be back in just a moment with our wrap up. And oh my goodness, I think we have a giveaway that we have to do.
We do.
And the announcement's coming, people. Stay tuned. Just a few minutes away. Hi everyone, we're back. We have some finishing up items, business items to take care of that we thought we would share with you. Our giveaway from last week, our very first ever, was Lizzie Kate's Autumn ABCs. This little chart right here. It's a snippet piece. I don't think, no, this does not have a charm or anything with it. It's just the chart as it is. So I did, for the first time, I used the random comment generator. We had 9 comments, 8 of which used the word world, which is what we asked them to use. And of those, cross my stitches.
Yay, Jackie!
Congratulations, you are our first giveaway recipient. So Jackie, if you will look in the description box below, I will list our email address there. If you'll email us with your mailing address, I will put this in the mail to you. Congratulations on your win.
Yay!
I hope you enjoy stitching this. And Susan's going to share with us our giveaway for this week.
Right. So you can hear the barking in the background.
Yes.
That is my 2 dogs. We film at my house. We have Teddy, who is an 8-year-old Yorkie, and Ruby is 3-ish years old. Teddy's bigger. He's 8 pounds, 8 years, 8 pounds. Ruby is little tiny 4-pound dog. In honor of Ted and Ruby actually somewhat behaving today and being quiet due to lots of peanut butter, we are giving away this time Lizzie Kate Flip It with the cute little dog. So to be eligible to win for this week, we would like you to hit the like button and subscribe to us and use the word dog in any portion of your comment if you would like to be eligible to win the Lizzie Kate Flip It. It does come with a cute little heart charm. Sorry, pattern. Cute little heart charm. Forget about that. Like, who would make the effort to look at that to, you know, too much work on my part. So anyway, we want to thank you for watching us. We appreciate it.
Be 18 years of age,
yes.
Right? U.S. only.
U.S. only. Hit the like button, subscribe to us, and use the word dog in a comment. Beth, what are your plans this week?
Oh, so samplers. I am going to go home and prep my Coming to America stuff and get that ready for my Saturday start. I'm going to clean house tomorrow, because if I clean house tomorrow, then that means I have 3 whole days I can do nothing but stitch. Yay. And not feel guilty about it. So that is my plan. And I am participating in Samplers September, so I won't say that I will stitch on nothing but samplers, but a good portion of my September stitching will be samplers besides those that I've shown you in my whips today, I have, I think, 4 other samplers besides this Coming to America that are kitted that I could start. But I'm probably not going to start all 4 of them. I might choose 1 or 2 depending on what my mood is and if I finish some of the others in my whip pile.
Sounds good. My plans, we've got folks coming here to stitch on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
right?
I forgot about that.
Folks coming here Saturday to stitch, since that's about all I can do. What am I going to work on? I'm going to finish that Lizzie Kate Halloween ABC. So that's kind of like my go-to sampler September.
Okay.
I am going to work on this Easter piece again. I'm going to resurrect it, and I'm going to make my husband take me to a store hopefully tomorrow, because I love your idea of the basket rotating.
Oh, okay.
Because again, my whips, I just grabbed the whip on top. I don't dig in my little cart. So we're going to try
Well,
that.
if he won't take you tomorrow, then we'll go next week someplace.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Well, guys, we really appreciate you sticking with us. I was blown away by the number of people that we've already had subscribed to the channel, and the number that we had view our last video in particular.
My daughter thought we were cool.
So this is not about the numbers for us at all, but it's nice to know that the effort that you put in and someone is enjoying it. So that's nice.
As much as we enjoy watching other people, we want to give back. So thank you so much for watching us.
Yes.
And we will see you in a couple weeks.
And I hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
Right?
Everybody
Labor
be safe.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yep, bye, guys.